Hey, this is Pamela Schneider. I'm the retail editor for Blue Book Services, and this is the Produce Reporter Week in Review. Greg, have you eaten your leafy greens?
I've actually been a little more conscious about eating them lately since I read the story that we ran at the end of last week about how sulforaphane, some kind of plant-derived chemical in leafy greens and broccoli, looks like it's the kind of thing that can help prevent viruses, coronavirus, common cold, help prevent and help people recover. It's kind of a cool story that, I mean, we've known for our whole lives how healthy greens are in all these various ways that they're good for you. And here's a way that connects with our current pandemic and culture of fear. And it's interesting to me that as we anticipate the Dirty Dozen coming out next week, that's something that works against consumers by scaring them into thinking their pesticide risk from residue on fruits and vegetables is much stronger than it is. It's not. The science, nutrition says it's really not a risk at all. But that thing's been going almost 20 years and it works because it scares people, and it scares people away from the industry. What if we had something that scared people toward the industry?
Eat your vegetables or else.
Or die from coronavirus.
Every time I read the Shopper's Guide to Pesticides in Produce, which is the official name of the Dirty Dozen, but it's quite a catchy name. And of course, our own Richard Smoley has written an article in an upcoming issue for Produce Blueprints that really dives deep into the origins of the Dirty Dozen and the effect on the marketplace. But every time we read it, it comes back to this. The EWG says, of course, we recognize that people should eat more fruits and vegetables, and the fruits and vegetables are important for a healthy diet. But they're dirty. It's like, come on.
Yeah, as we know, as you and I are parents and we teach our children, actions speak louder than words. And the actions are, they do not back off. They go harder each year on scaring people. And the industry has said, it scares people away from all fruits and vegetables. And they go, we didn't say that.
Yeah. And I mean, the Alliance for Food and Farming has really, over the last couple of years, they're, of course, run the Safe Fruits and Veggies website, which I think is invaluable for going just how many servings of an apple would you have to eat to come to the minimum threshold for risk for fruits and vegetables. And it is an absurd number that is not physically possible to eat. And I think those numbers are really important for a lot of people who have a lot of questions about this list. But for the headline skimmers, they see exposure, risk, dirty, danger, any of that, and they go, I'm going to eat something else because, a lot of us have some challenges, especially now in our grocery budgets with things getting more expensive. And I'm wondering how that's going to affect organic and the premium price for organic. This could have even more effect than normal, except over the last couple of years, we've really seen like the hubbub over the Dirty Dozen kind of fizzle. It's no longer the headline it used to be. So Lincoln hope.
Right, but the reason it works is because it's a fear-based emotional appeal. And the last 2 years, there sure has been a lot of emotion at play from our ruling class and media, and it works. And we see that it works. And it doesn't, the problem, I mean, AFF is doing what they have to do, which is refuting the Dirty Dozen with facts and figures and truths. But it's not emotional. And I am kind of joking about scaring people into eating fruits and vegetables, but that at least is an emotional appeal. And emotion is very strong. And we like to think humans are rational decision makers, but we are not. We're very much influenced by emotion. And the EWG has that advantage. And I don't know what the answer is for the industry, that an emotional appeal, but maybe we should put our heads together and figure out what that is.
But for now, We've got some scientific evidence that broccoli is perhaps helpful in preventing COVID and helping you be, whatever that compound is helpful. So, I mean, we're not going to explain the science here, but yay, broccoli. I've seen several brands.
We do not have science backgrounds. You can read it for yourselves on our website.
Well, you know, it didn't stop any of the broccoli marketers that I saw sharing that study on LinkedIn going, hey, look, mom said eat your broccoli, and now science does too. So can't hurt.
That's not even to mention the obesity angle, which is definitely tied to the pandemic.
Yes. I mean, comorbidity for obese people is one of the highest issues when it comes to COVID. So, yep, for sure. On a happier note, I'm watching my LinkedIn feed and all the people preparing to travel next week, and they're all going to Berlin. I'm not going to Berlin because I already went.
Right, yeah.
You know, I will be in Montreal next week, enthusiastically embracing, you know, at a safe distance, I guess, my Canadian friends at the Canadian Produce Marketing Association. I will check in on Monday and check out my produce and switch it for my produce. Ready to hit the ground running. So watch for me in Montreal. I will be there doing some store checking. They decided to not do a retail tour for CPMA, but they are offering a walking tour where you can go around and see some stores within walking distance from the Palais de Congrès. I guess I think that's how you say it in French, but I don't. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm just giddy, excited because I haven't been to an in-person event since this summer when I went to the Organic Produce Summit. So exciting.
Yeah, but you have a lot coming up. You have this one. You have Viva in a couple weeks.
And you're going to PBH too, aren't you?
I'm going to PBH, I think the same week as Viva. That's in the Phoenix area. And then I'll be at Brandstorm right after that. In fact, I'm leading one of the workshops. So people can come to my workshop and hear about inflation and supply chain problems.
All right. Well, we've got a busy spring coming up. So follow along with us on our social media channels. Our LinkedIn channel is a lively discussion. We love to hear from you there. And to follow along the news, you need to go to producebluebook.com and sign up for the Produce Reporter newsletter. That's it.
And root on my Jayhawks in the Final Four.
Yeah, I don't have anybody in the Final Four, so I guess I'll watch soccer instead.